The hills of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
No gain on the play there, second down.
At the Bengals' 19-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Kennedy Lions. Ready?
Now Milton. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes throw it a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on. Set. Craft all 80.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
Here's Milton now to throw. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This now a 3rd and 4. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
Throwing is Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Dante Thornton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles. Touchdown, Jaguars! Jahmyr Gibbs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
The kicker on.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Get up. Hiking 18.
Milton. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
To throw is Milton.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready, go.
To throw, it's Milton. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Here's Milton.
Steps away. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with him, and picking up a first down.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Track. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Milton. Open man is Myers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Milton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have regained the lead. McPherson on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Maybe that ball's 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown
Now, their last time out looking to repeat that Chargers defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Get up. Cowboy 80. Hey, that's your man. That's your man. Ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, 18 Cardinal. Coming.
Looking to throw. Milton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Milton. Pass caught by Burden. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
7 Pirates. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Milton. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. There's Chris Olave. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at the 21 or 22. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Okonkwo, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Over the middle, he's got Thornton. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19 Tiger.
2nd and 6. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Hey. Hot, Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Warrior 70. Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now Milton. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A final shot before break. Milton firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Milton now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. Calling a gain of a yard, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing is Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. Only a yard on the pickup. And it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down and 8. The give is to McLaughlin. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Milton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Second and 9.
Come on. 19, Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Milton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Set.
Carry for McLaughlin. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That is Joshua Hines Allen getting in there to bring him down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to McBride. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Here we go. 50.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Cowboy 80.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal. Panther 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Jaguars have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Aubrey now for the point after. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Bengals 23.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Milton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Go.
To throw is Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Got it. Ready? Ready.
Here's Milton. Completes this one to Thornton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warrior 70.
Back to throw. Milton. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first and 10. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Wow, that ball is knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
60 Maverick. Ready? 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. Lambert Smith. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. Ready, right?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals take over first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes second down at 5. He's back to throw. His throw incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Back to throw. That's caught by Thornton. And he's going to get out of bounds Bengals with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up 2nd down at the 48-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
The Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Pass right side caught by Thornton. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes 2nd down.
County Lions, Mustang 19. Bronco 80.
Now Milton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.